Ready?
Yep.
Let's go. Off we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for WordPress plugins A to Z, not Z.
All right. Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever the hell you happen to be hiding out there on the globe today. Coming to you direct from north or south on the island. I'm not sure where I'm at the exact moment, but we are coming to you directly from the past into the future, which is the future now, but we started in the past to bring you to the future. It is Boxing Day. That is what is happening. And of course, this is a pre-recorded show, folks, because we are taking this day off to either recover from hangovers, prepare to have more hangovers, the usual holiday fare and fun, to just get out there and enjoy ourselves. So we thought we would, pre-record a show to let all our listeners know how much we appreciate you and how much we want to make sure that a regular and consistent show comes out and try to keep that continuing on. But you know how all that goes, I suppose.
Thank you for sharing, John. Now get down from that soapbox.
No.
Well, I guess I could always get one of those hook things and just yank you off.
Yeah, well, I was having fun there.
So this is episode Boxing Day Cheer. We managed to make it all the way to 46 episodes for the year 2022, which isn't quite the 52, but with the way that our worlds have been turned upside down these past couple of years, I think we did pretty good. So today is Boxing Day, even though it's not Boxing Day. It's kind of weird saying it's Boxing Day when it's not.
Well, I know it is a little bit on the odd side to say it's Boxing Day, but it is Boxing Day when this show is being presented to the world. We're kind of just jumping ahead to make sure that something's here.
Oh, hopefully everyone had a good Christmas, good holidays and everything.
Yeah, I expect many people are going to have a really great one. They got all kinds of cool stuff, money, presents, snow in some areas. They're predicting snow for us, I believe.
Yeah, we have snow predicted all next week, which kids are stoked about.
Yeah, well, kids.
Yeah, my teenager is hoping that her best friend gets snowed in with her here.
I think somebody screwed up on a forecast machine here. I just looked quick peek at it and said 30 degrees. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's not right. No, it changed.
It could be Americanism.
No. Well, I suppose it could have been an American. Oh, it did. It is Fahrenheit. It's 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, what? Americanism.
It shows it as Fahrenheit until I click on it, and then it changes it to Celsius, puts it in normal language.
That's probably why most Americans think it's so freaking cold here, because when we're sitting there feeling like we're dying in 25 degrees, Americans are looking at us like we're totally psycho, since I think it's 30 degrees is freezing.
Oh, yeah, 32. 32 is freezing for the U.S.
Okay, so what they're thinking is we're dying at 25, but to them that is well below freezing, so we're just crazy Canadians.
Yes, well, that's why there's Americans that arrive at the borders in the summertime with skis on their roof going, where do I go skiing?
Yeah, well, nobody ever really thinks about that, but it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it's really entertaining.
So for this particular episode, we're not really going to do much, have a bit of a conversation, but I wanted to specifically say thanks to everyone to helped us over this past year. So it would be a thank you to Simple Giveaways for providing us with their premium versions so long ago for our contest. It has been amazingly helpful. And we also wanted to thank all of our jingle creators as well. That would be Steve Goodtime and Brent Matthews and Charlie. And No Agenda for being so willing to share their jingles with anyone out there as long as they get a call out for themselves.
Yes,
which we do.
We do. Sometimes we remember, other times,
Squirrel!
It gets lost in the thing out there,
Glitch.
So, what can we say? It's been...
Oh my god, that is amazing!
Been a little nuts.
All right, well, that's... Oh, one more.
33. That's a magic number.
There you go. Now I'm good.
I also wanted to thank everyone who's helped us out.
Coincidence? I think not.
Sorry, what was that?
I wanted to say thanks to everyone who's helped us out with our show over the past year.
Yes.
First and foremost, Charlie for stepping up and helping us out with the contests. And I wanted to thank Angel Lamoo and Greg's Graphics for the amazing artwork that they've sent in over and over again, helping to keep us with artwork. Although I would love to have some new artwork for any of our listeners out there. Start sending some stuff in. We'd love to have some new stuff.
It would be cool to have new artwork. Be nice to start the new year with new artwork.
It would. And I want to thank Jess Saliba for helping out with the artwork galleries.
And artwork.
Oh, and artwork. Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't know that Jess sent stuff in too. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's amazing. Thank you so much. So I was thinking about it, and I think all of my favorite episodes are always the ones around Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween ones are always kind of fun, but there's not as many cool plugins around Halloween anymore.
Not really. Like I've watched them die out. Like April Fools too. A few years ago when I started doing this, there are still some pretty fun April Fools ones, but not really. I mean, there's a couple new Halloween ones, but the April Fools ones are just dying.
Yeah, they tend to do that. I don't know why, but they do.
Oh, I guess that people just get tired of keeping it up and move on.
Yeah, well, there's that problem, I suppose.
Just thinking over the year that we've done this for, I'd really just Halloween episodes because those are the most fun plugins. I also can't really think of any news in particular that really hit me over the year. I mean, the development of the WordPress sandbox project is pretty cool. So is the Chat GPT thing that can create plugins.
Well, the
Also,
Chat GPT thing has kind of been an interesting one. I have yet to try it. Every time I've tried to log into it, it's overloaded.
yeah. Well, it's a new toy. Everybody wants peace.
Yeah, everyone wants to play with the new toy. I don't know. Can I get to it now? Let's see.
That'd be kind of cool.
Log in with your OpenAI account. Okay. I don't have an OpenAI account.
Sure.
Guess I got to create an OpenAI account.
Ah, maybe that's why you can't get to it.
No, before it just said we're too busy. We can't take any more new connections.
Oh,
I didn't even have a
okay.
chance with an OpenAI account. All right, well, let's create an OpenAI account here and have some fun.
I know that there's been a little worry over developers losing out on work if this thing really gets going. But then again, I have a theory that what'll happen if the Chat GPT takes over creating plugins,
Mm-hmm.
they'll need all the human developers to come in and fix it and make it more interesting because, AI doesn't have that human innovation or the imagination.
No, AI does not have human innovation, imagination to figure stuff out yet. I'm worried that one day it's going to.
I hope it doesn't because that would just suck.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
So did you manage to get it?
Well, now I got to go verify the email. So that'll take a minute or two because it takes about a minute or so for an email to arrive to me. So we'll keep babbling on while we sit here and play with the OpenAI and see if we can get it cropping up.
So I've come up with a goal for this holiday season for myself.
Okay, what's that?
I want to create an amazing eggnog recipe that shall be remembered by all my future generations. My hopes is that my creation of this amazing eggnog will be considered like Grandma Amber's eggnog and spoken in reverence by my future generations.
Well, it could happen. They'd probably already have one for me if I actually liked eggnog, but I don't like it, so I've never bothered to try and create one.
Well, I want to figure out an amazing eggnog recipe. I think it'll be fun. Like I've made eggnog here and there randomly with the random dinners we do. I've made eggnog from scratch and it turned out all right, but I wasn't quite fond of it.
Yep.
So I've been playing with the eggnog recipe for a while. I've almost got it down pat. Not quite. Like the flavor is great, but I haven't figured out how to make it.
Verify my phone number. You fucktards. You want my phone number?
That's not cool. Why do they want your phone number?
Because they want to track me.
No.
And I'm debating whether or not I actually want to do that enough to where play with this machine. I hate being tracked by my phone number. I will not even set up the phone number 2FAs because it's too risky.
No, me either.
They're actually very risky. Is the phone number 2FAs.
All right, that's it. We need burner phones.
Well, that's I do. I need a burner phone. A burner phone do this stuff. Oh, go away, guys. I'm done. You want that?
We need to get ourselves burner phones so we can use that number.
Yep, that's what I need. I need a burner phone just so I can use that number for a while. All right. Well, so much for that. I'm not gonna play with the OpenAI thing because they want too much information from me.
That's also kind of creepy. Actually,
No, it's not. Well, it's creepy, but it's not. See, this is the standard way the internet has become. Everybody wants you because everyone wants that information. They want to track you. They want your phone information so they can send stuff to your phone so they can other things on your phone, because their phones are the devices that they're tracking everybody with these days. But that's a whole nother story. All right, well, let's talk about some other good fun stuff, because this isn't the show for all that stuff. This is the show for WordPress plugins, etc., etc., etc.
Well, we're going to be doing another pre-recorded episode for New Year's. There we
Yep.
will be going over different changes that are going to be happening to the show.
Mm-hmm.
This one is more so just Merry Christmas. Hopefully everything was good.
It is a Merry Christmas one. You'd had something in here about talking about episodes, favorite episodes, blah blah blah. Or was that that for next week's show?
That's when I mentioned my favorite episodes were around Halloween.
Oh yeah, well I did
Like-
mention that I liked Halloween episodes. I thought you wanted to get into specifics on things, but that's all good.
No, not getting into specifics. I don't really. I know that most people do like a proper roundup of the year, but it
Oh.
feels.
Well, I've done that in the past, you
Yeah?
know, roundup of the year, but you know, it actually requires me to spend a few hours gathering up stuff. You know.
Well, I mean, also it feels a little silly in a way because you're going over and you're choosing what you think is the best, but just because you think it's the best doesn't mean that other people will think it's the
people
best.
people can go all the way back to here.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you happen to be out there on the globe today. Welcome back to another episode of WordPress plugins from.
There we go. We'll leave it at that. That's from episode 11.
Wow, that was like a kind of creepy voice he had going there.
Well, it was all I had for recording at the time, and I was also brand new at this. I was
No,
like,
I'm talking about the tone. It was
oh,
very CNN or whatever that
we
channel
we
is.
should play some of your first episodes on the show.
My first episodes are more entertaining though. They're more like a
No, they're-
hyperactive squirrel trying to talk.
No, they're kind of the same thing. Where I hadn't had control of my voice yet. I hadn't figured out how to properly talk yet. You know, you gotta remember, I've been doing this now for, well, this is episode 586.
Hmm.
So I've been doing this for 586 episodes. I've been in every single episode from day one. Plus all the interview episodes I've done, plus all the other podcasts I've done with multiple episodes. Like I used to do a World of Warcraft podcast. I think I got that one up to episode 45 or 50 before I quit doing that one.
World of Warcraft?
Yeah, it can be found on johnoverall.com. If you really dig, you can find it.
Cool.
You have to dig to find it. It still exists because I've never taken it down. But it's a World of Warcraft podcast when I was really big into World of Warcraft.
Yeah, WoW is a dangerous game.
Yeah, I got addicted to it for about 4 or 5 years. Got really
Understandable.
badly hooked into it.
Man, it's virtual D&D. It's awesome.
It is virtual D&D in aspects. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, well, you know, I was just poking around. It's like, well, what are my favorite episodes? I have no idea. So I thought, well, let's go back to some really early episodes and bring up some audio real quick on them. Let's hear some other quick chunk of audio.
In the settings area, your mail press link to go manage the settings.
Yeah, you can hear it in my voice. I didn't know what I was doing yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, that one didn't sound so much like, what is that channel where they all talk like this? And it's very sultry voices that they use.
NPR. Where
That's the one.
they've got-
NPR. You sound
they've
very NPR.
They've got absolute silence on everything, and they get right up to the microphone and they lower the voice down, and they've got that midnight sultry voice that just continues on. Unfortunately, they don't do it very well. How'd that come across?
Well, yes.
That work? No, that didn't work very well. That would be entertaining on playback, though.
You definitely had a very NPR sound to your voice in the beginning of your episodes.
Yeah, well, it was what I was trying to do. It's probably I wasn't too far out of my training from my applied communication diploma either, my applied communication degree. So I'd been trained on radio, television, newspaper. So I wasn't too far away from that when I started this.
Yeah, I didn't have any training. I just had to learn to be willing to talk.
Yeah, that's all. That's what happens. That's where the best podcasts come from, is people who are willing to talk.
Yeah, I think I spent the first couple of episodes more so just making squeaky noises.
You did. And eventually I made you squeak louder and louder until you do all the talking now.
Yeah, I have to make sure I have a cup of nice warm tea now so I don't end up drying out my throat.
Yep. No, I've got beer tonight, so it's all good. All right.
I have whiskey, but I haven't managed to get myself a cup yet.
Oh, well, it's a long way. I guess because we're going to cut this one off here in just a couple minutes because it's 15 minutes long. I figured we'd keep these about 15 minutes, give or take. I think we will sort of let it go at that.
Just a quick question for you.
Sure.
Do you have any aspirations for over the Christmas holidays? Like, I don't know, coming up with an awesome eggnog recipe like my aspiration?
No, I'm creating some new products for the Oasis. I got a new idea for two. I got two things for new ideas. One of them is a new kind of hot sauce. Actually, it's not a hot sauce. It's not a salsa. It's in between salsa and hot sauce. I think it's called picante sauce.
Okay.
Somebody gave me the idea from it that they really enjoyed the stuff, and they wanted to give it a try. Or they can't buy it in Canada anymore. They brought it out of the States, and they can't get it in Canada. And I thought, I looked it up, found out what their ingredients are, and I went, I can backwards engineer that. That, and I also discovered a detox mix.
Oh, cool.
And I'm going to see if I can backward engineer that and create my own version of it. And
I think eggnog is a more fun drink to create.
Because I got myself a really cool Christmas present.
Oh?
Yeah, my Christmas present to myself this year, because I find it's better if I just buy myself a Christmas present because I get what I want.
Fair enough. You're a hard man to understand for what kind of Christmas present is a good idea.
I bought a high-end juicer.
Oh, cool.
A very expensive juicer that will actually take even greens, like the big leafy greens like kale and such, and juice those.
Oh, perfect.
You
You can do something with your giant T-Rex greens.
Yeah, well, it's got to do something with it, but I want to do something else with the greens besides freezing them and freeze drying and pulverizing them. So yeah, I'm coming up with new products during Christmas season. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, it does sound exciting. I have to admit that.
Yeah. At any rate, that's all we got, folks. I think we will sort of let our girl take us out of here, and we will talk to you again very shortly for us, but another week for you for New Year's Day. And
Day after New Year's.
Day after New Year's. Oh, yeah, day after New Year's, not New Year's Day. Day after New Year's. Let's let our girl take us out.
Reminders for the show. All show notes can be found at wppluginsa2z.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the newsletter for more useful information delivered directly to your inbox. WP Plugins A to Z is a show that offers honest and unbiased reviews of plugins created by developers because you support the show. Help keep the show honest and unbiased by going to wppluginsa2z.com/donate and set the donation level that fits your budget. Help us make the show better for you by subscribing and reviewing the show at Stitcher Radio, Google Play, and in the iTunes Store. You can also leave us a review on our Facebook page using wppluginsa2z.com/Facebook. You can also watch the show live on YouTube, check out the screencasts and training videos, and remember to subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications of all new videos. Follow the show on Twitter at WPPluginsA2Z. John can also be reached at his website, johnoverall.com, or email him directly, john@wppro.ca. Thanks for joining us, and have a great day.
Thanks for listening to the show. This show is copyright by johnoverall.com. So until next time, have yourselves a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you happen to be out there on the globe today.
That's all we got for you, folks. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Adios, mofo.